Today, I'm working on my MPC One Live Set. Freebeat. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, let's get started. So, it is time for me to start working on the next live show here on the channel. And while we don't have dates for you guys just yet, I decided it would be fun to show you where my mind is kind of going for this show in terms of just overall feel and how I want to present my music this time. Normally, I would sit down and play the drums at the electronic drum set at my Roland kit. However, a lot of you have stated that you're not really big fans of that because you don't play the drums, and I totally agree. And while I love playing the drums, and that is my true instrument of passion, I've decided to go with a newer passion of mine for this next upcoming live show, finger drumming, and the element of performing live on the actual devices that I use every day on the channel. So if you've seen any of the smaller home shows, it's going to be more of that style, but with the full production of one of the drum set shows. And the piece of gear that's going to be running basically everything is the Akai MPC One. Now, I have never used this in a live setting, so I am very excited to see how much power this device truly possesses. You'll also notice that I've got my Novation Launchpad Mini Mark III over here, which I'm also hoping to use with the MPC One, at least in today's video. Maybe not in the final show, depending on how things go, but yeah, I want to start getting familiar with how other controllers integrate with the MPC. So let's get into that. Let's pull up a new project. And really quick, I'm going to plug the Launchpad in to the MPC, which should be just right there. Cool, power's right on. It is quite early, so sip a coffee. So what I want to be able to do with this setup today anyway is have my finger drumming kit available on the wonderfully sensitive pads of the MPC, and then fire the backing tracks from the Launchpad. So effectively I could start with like a kick drum and hi-hat on the MPC and then also play a pad and start the song. Should be fairly simple, but this is all kind of new to me, so I figured I would document this experience. As I push some keys here in keyboard mode, I noticed that the Launchpad booted into keyboard mode. I can see that we do have a MIDI connection, and it's actually just on its own triggering some pads. I bet if we go up to the next bank, we will see, yeah, okay, cool. So that's a good first start. So I'm going to go ahead and load in my finger drumming kit here on track 1. Expansions, I'm just going to use the same kit I've been using, the Pro Studio Finger Kit from MPC Samples. Let's load this in here. Okay, so our drum kit is loaded in. Awesome. Let's go to drum mode, and oh, okay. Okay, so the sample's automatically mapped to this southwestern quadrant here on the Launchpad, and I think, yeah, everything lines up like perfectly, like mapping wise. That's cool. So we can now the downside of that is, of course, the Launchpad Mini Mark III is not velocity sensitive. So I won't be using this to trigger the drum sounds. Those are going to come from the MPC One. But like I said, what I want to do is figure out how to trigger the backing tracks from the Launchpad. So I want to put the backing tracks, I think, on a kit on track 2. So I don't want the Launchpad to control anything on track 1. So I think, yeah, if I go to this view here, I think I can actually set the MIDI port to something like MIDI channel 3. I'm pretty sure the Launchpad is on channel 1. So yeah, if I set track 1 to MIDI channel 2, the Launchpad will not trigger it. So that's cool. So now let's go back to main. Let's go and pull up a second track here. We will load in a new drum program because we are going to assign our own samples to this program. So I'm going to go to Assign Samples and Browse, and let's go Content, or Places, and TD17. That's where I have all of my stuff stored. Let's go Samples, Clash of Fools, that's where I have all the backing tracks. Let's go track 4. We'll load in Mystery Hour, why not? Cool, there it is. So I'd rather have that loaded in right down here in the corner, so I'll put it there. We'll clear that one out. Whoop, that one out. Cool. Now if I go main. Okay, so this bottom left pad triggers this pad on the MPC, not this one. That's weird. And this pad triggers the song. That's so weird. I think that's an MPC thing. I think I remember someone saying that the MIDI templates for the MPC standalone series are kind of weird. So that's okay. We can reassign MIDI note numbers. That's the easy part. But getting them to talk and work together is the hard part, I think. Yeah, so I switched back to track 1 so I can play the drums on the MPC, and I lose the ability to trigger that sample of the backing track on the Launchpad. So I think there's a way to do like MIDI Merge, I think, or Monitor Merge, I mean. I think that's what's going on. So if we go back to this view right here, let's see here. Under Monitor, yeah, I can click Merge and set them to merge. I think that might do it. Now if I go to track 1 on the MPC. All right, moment of truth. We'll see if this works at the same time. Haha, it does. That's cool. So that means... yeah. Awesome, and from here, that means we have full control over our effects and things like that. All right, so we got just a teeny little bit of spring reverb. Let's go again. Turn the volume up a little. On the backing track. Yeah. That actually wound up being a bit hot for the backing track, but yeah, as you can see, we are well on our way to getting the live show up on its feet and running. Yeah, that's really exciting. This is super cool. I'm going to be able to put all of my backing tracks now on these pads right here and just load them through as long as I can figure out the wonky pad order for everything. But like I said, that's as easy as reassigning some MIDI numbers. Or I believe someone made a template as well that kind of makes the MPC's MIDI layout a little more normal, because this is really weird. Anyway, yeah, this gives me a lot of hope for the live show, and I can't wait to explore more of what I can assign to the Launchpad. And I bet I could even have like mutes and stuff like that up here. Who knows, maybe even like effects toggles for stuff. That could be really cool as well. So I hope you guys are looking forward to the evolution of the next live show. And I do hope that you enjoyed this video. If so, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's totally all right. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.